I've got bounties in every system. Idiots will never catch me.
Jasmine tells me that you not only brought us the ComSpike, but an entire prototype UC ship. I'm impressed, Rook. Very impressed.
Should have taken the compliment, Rook. Dale doesn't give those out often. Juan gave us the full rundown of your little smash and grab operation. She gave you some really high praise. Said you were a pro.
And from what I hear, receiving praise from Juan Dayu is quite an accomplishment. All in all, a job well done. Now, on to the business at hand. Jasmine, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, boss. What's up?
How's it going?
I already have 2 of my crew tearing the ship apart from one end to the other. ComSpike shouldn't be too tough to extract. I'm looking forward to seeing what those UC techs have been up to.
Keep me posted. All right, that leaves our electromagnetic atmosphere problem. And I think we've discovered a solution. There's a corporation in the city of Neon called Generdyne. They're responsible for the massive conduction grid that powers the city. We get our hands on their electrical absorption tech, and Jasmine swears she can tame it to handle Bannock 4. It's the giant shroud that covers the entire city. Big ugly thing that Generdyne uses to absorb lightning strikes. When you arrive in Neon, I'm sure your contact will fill you in with all the boring details.
You damn right she can. My girl can piece together a jump engine with her eyes shut. Literally, I've seen her do it. Lost good money on that bet.
All right, let's not get carried away, neighbor. Now, why don't you give us the info on our Neon contact?
You get to meet up with the lovely Estelle Vincent. She's had her deft little fingers on the pulse of Neon for some time now. Whatever info you need, I guarantee she can get.
Estelle is one of the most reliable captains we have in the fleet. If I want something done, there's none of the typical bullshit. It gets done, and afterward, we all split the cash. No. There is no getting along here. You are going to do everything she asks. Follow her instructions to the letter. She is valuable to the fleet. You piss her off and we lose her as a contact, you're going to be answering to me.
Estelle will be waiting at Madame Sauvage's place. I'd say don't keep her waiting, but chances are she won't mind. Girl loves her liquor.
And keep your eyes on the prize. Neon's one big distraction for people like us, so I want you focused. We are one step away from Crix's legacy, and we cannot afford any screw-ups.
Better get a move on before Dale sees you slacking.
Last Rook who smiled at me funny, I sewed his mouth shut.
If you want to stay under the radar, I've got just the thing. Bannock 4 is a ringed planet, uninhabitable, with heavy electromagnetic discharges that extend far beyond its exosphere. It would be impossible to land on the planet's surface, so our only hope is that the legacy is trapped within its ring. I wish. That technology is Generdyne's pride and joy. They've kept it under wraps for, I don't know, 80 years maybe? The basic theory of lightning capture is no mystery. The real trick is equalizing the charge and storing it safely. Between you and me, I can't wait to get my hands on that data. Should be a hell of a read. Sure. It's not like I'm busy keeping this rust bucket of a station from falling apart. All right, let's see what you need.
Every time I see Radley smile, I want to punch him in the face.
Commander Ikande is the heart and soul of UC SysDef.
Lost a bet to one of the officers.
The commander appreciates a sacrifice. Anything new to report? Glad to hear it. Let's see what you got. We were aware that Miss LaRue was involved with Fergus Wickham. When her body was recovered, SysDef assumed he was the culprit. Sounds like we had it wrong. Should have pinned the murder on this Clay Dietrich perp. Well, we'll have to clear that up. Nice find. Find anything else? All right. Keep up the good work. We'll be here if you need us.
Do you have anything to report? It seems you had quite the eventful mission on your hands. You still have the Crimson Fleet's trust, and you were able to spare lives in the process. As you've probably guessed, not very well. Keeping Mast out of the loop regarding this particular mission has proven exceptionally difficult. But we've managed to keep your involvement in the dark. Sparing the lives of the soldiers on SY-920 has definitely made our position with the top brass much easier. And on behalf of the United Colonies and Commander Natara, I thank you.
Excuse me, sir. I hate to interrupt, but there's still the matter of the comm spike to discuss.
Yes, of course, Lieutenant. Time is short, and we should get to the matter at hand. Please give me your report. With the acquisition of the Comspike, the fleet is one step closer to Krix's legacy. And the more people we arrest, the greater the chance that your infiltration is discovered. We're working against the clock here, so let's start by discussing the status of the Comspike. That all depends on what you brought back from your mission. Aside from your eyewitness testimony, I assume you have the usual evidence that could lead to her incarceration?
I can take it off your hands once we complete your debriefing, but at the moment, I'm far more concerned about the comm spike.
Then it's just a matter of time before she reverse engineers it to fit the fleet's purposes. So what does Delgado have you doing next? Has he solved the Bannock 4 problem? The conduction grid?
That's brilliant, but is it actually possible? It's 80-year-old tech. Sorry, sir. The conduction grid is how Neon generates its power. It essentially absorbs lightning strikes and converts it to usable energy. It would take a hell of an engineer to modify the technology to handle Bannock 4's EM field. An engineer, like Jasmine Durand.
That's the case. Inform our contacts on Neon that our operative will be touching down there in the near future.
Absolutely, sir.
And before you depart, I wanted you to know that your efforts are helping us gain interest among my superiors. They're finally beginning to believe that we can take down the Crimson Fleet and make amends for the UC's embarrassing mistake. The fact that our common enemy owes its existence to the United Colonies, of course. It was the riot at the Lock, touched off by Jasper Krix, that inspired him to create the Crimson Fleet in the first place.
Thanks to your assistance, we'll be able to rectify that mistake, and Mast will authorize an all-out assault.
Of course I am, but it's a calculated risk. It's long overdue. All right, I suppose that's all for now. I'll be looking forward to your next report. Good luck. And please, be careful.
It's good to have you back. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
I'm not worried about the fleet taking the
What's
comm
buzzing,
spike.
cousin? Always a pleasure doing business with you. Talk to you soon.
We're...
Is you had to steal classified tech from a UC station. I hope the commander knows.
How's the pirating business? Mole. Yeah, it was. And you can probably guess what project it was for. Yeah, I thought you might. I heard the fleet sent you up there for some more pirate work. Even more impressive, you managed to do it without taking any lives. Maybe I misjudged you. That's more than I can say for myself, given the history of Project Archangel. I was one of 4 pilots recruited for the program. My codename was Azrael. At the time, I embraced the name, the Angel of Death hunting Crimson Fleet pirates in a prototype ship. But even for an angel, pride always comes before the fall. We were testing prototype fighter ships, experimental engines, weaponry, the works. The 4 of us were the best of the best. Emphasis on the were. The official word is I was transferred back to SysDef because the need was great. The reality is I was kicked off the unit. I was so bored on that station, I spent all my time in the barracks drinking cases of smuggled booze. When the time came for my test flight, I was so wasted, one of the others had to cover for me. The engine caught fire right after takeoff. Pilot, crew, gone in a flash. Pretty much. And for some reason they let me fly a bird instead of throwing me in the brig. It's a joke. People tell me all the time it's not my fault. But fault's got nothing to do with it. I should be a dead man. Instead, some other pilot took my place.
United Colony System Defense at your service.
Sir, if I may speak freely,
Heard you had
is there
to
a
board
reason
the
for the harsh
Siren of the
reprimand?
Stars.
As far
Really?
as I know, I just tracked a little.
I know you were headed to the Key, but I didn't realize you'd actually get a chance to visit the lock. I almost respect the fleet for doing that. They're trying to pass down their history, or their version of it anyway. And how many times has he done that previously with other recruits? No. I'd say this was 1 part scavenger hunt, 3 parts history lesson. But all that aside, give me your honest opinion. What were the conditions like? I was afraid of that. I think I'm starting to fully realize the hand we played in all this. Truth be told, my ancestor was a guard on Suvorov. Part of the reason I joined SysDef was to find out more about his experience, and whether the history books told the whole story. And coupled with Crix's testimony, it paints a damning picture. Soldier, have you ever heard of Trenchfoot?
There you are. I was wondering when you'd visit. Should give us a little time to catch up.
Frost-wet trenches on their daily patrol.
Well, of course, what choice do I have? Thanks to my own stupidity, my second chance to return to the Crimson Fleet is long gone. And by the time I get out of prison, any hopes I had to return to that life will have fully disappeared.
You see where I'm going with this?
Yes, well, apparently that's off the table as well. Dryden tends to shy away from rehiring convicted felons. Well, anyway, glad you popped by to say hello. Now, if you wouldn't mind letting an old man get his rest, I'd appreciate it.
These are direct threats to the health and safety of this crew.
So you're saying I should be happy that you took me out of the line of fire? I have to confess, I never thought of it that way. Last thing I intended to do with my life was go out in a blaze of glory on Neva or Delgado's behalf. But at the same time, my freedom's gone, so I'm not exactly popping the cap off the vodka bottle and celebrating either. Oh yes, quite aggressively. The illegal team will very likely grind me into the dirt, and there isn't much I can do about it. The amusing thing is, I don't even think they care very much that the heist went down on their ship. That's a given risk for them. I think they're more embarrassed I was able to gain the position as captain of the Siren under false pretenses in the first place. After getting set up on the quay, I traveled to a few settlements to find a base of operations. I was looking for a place that would allow me to pick up information about juicy shipments for the fleet to jump on. When I stopped at Gagarin, SysDef was on the ground waiting for me instead of that contact I was expecting to meet. Your friend Toft really pulled the wool over my eyes. I wouldn't mind a visit from time to time.
The brig's pretty cushy compared to some places I've been. Not most, but some. Be careful around the fleet. They talk about family, but it's just a bunch of crap.
and prepare to be scanned. And we're done. Welcome to Mars.
Hey, what can I do for you? Anything I can help you with? Sure, have at it.
careful down near the mines and enter any active site that you...
Hey, how's it going? Cool. That's what we do here. See you around.
It's hard not to worry when your spouse is the one doing all the hard work. Some might see junk. If I don't have what you're looking for, maybe you'll find something else you like. Good luck out there.
This is right where I belong. Wish my family.
Hey, I haven't seen you around here. Best not be looking for trouble, right?
Hey, you're back! Oh, I hope you got the book I asked for. Can I have it? Nice. Can't tell you how long I've been waiting to add this to my collection. Thanks again. I hope this makes it all worth it to you. Did you know they filmed one of my... tracked down another volume of Dragon Star Force! I'd definitely appreciate it if you could help me out again. Oh, this means a lot to me. You won't regret helping me out.
How's it?
Ever been to Aquila? Aquila City. Galbank was robbed by the Shaw.
I hope you're not having any trouble finding what... Take a look! See you later, friendo!
The Rangers sent in a silver-tongued negotiator who managed to get the gang members to surrender peacefully.
Stay away from the Sixth Circle unless you're a minor.
Let's see what the stars have in store for us this time.
be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty. You're clear.
What? Oh, sorry.
Outside the city has thus far eluded capture by the Freestar Rangers. Members of the Freestar Rangers have so far refused to comment to SSNN on what steps, if any, are being taken to secure Aquila City. Should any United Colony citizens need to venture to the capital of Freestar Collective Space, remain extra vigilant.
Yes, what? You buying? You better be buying. I don't do small talk. Yeah? All right. Well, bye.
I know your type. The free
Of my tongue.
I hope your Deimos ship has been serving you. Oh, yes, thank you so much. And just so you know, I definitely will not be drinking this on the job. Definitely not. Deimos has every type of... Let me see your manifest. We'll unload that from your ship right now.
Deimos engineers demand perfection in every craft. Music to my ears. Excellent.